What is up, boys? It's your boys, the dad who left for a pack of cigarettes and the son who never forgave him. You're the son, by the way.
No, I've never forgiven you. I knew this.
No, I get it. For real, guys, very special episode of Opum. This is actually very likely going to be my last regular appearance. I know both our viewers are distraught to hear that.
It's
Both
me.
our viewers being us.
Yeah.
Having a baby, don't have time to do these as regularly anymore, so that's going to be disappointing. Series will continue with Patrick moving forward, but special last chapter, starting off 1162. Patrick, are you ready to click on it?
I'm gonna click on it.
Click on it and
I was freaking out earlier.
read me the title. Read me the
All right.
title.
Mm-hmm. One Piece chapter 1162, God Valley Fortnite Battle Royale. Let's go. Let's
Dude, that
go.
is quite the title. Starting off with
Ooh.
Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate
Okay.
Pilgrimage. Final volume, Dear Sir Luffy. Wano is
Okay.
once again at peace. You're
Let's
saying
go. All
okay.
right.
Are you seeing something?
No, not really. I'm just happy to see. I don't know. I expected something more from the rest of this cover story. I'm kind of happy that we're moving on from it.
Okay,
It
I'm
doesn't necessarily mean anything though. This final volume
no.
here.
Like, I don't know. Let's see if there's any hidden details. We always miss stuff.
True, true. I
I'm
mean,
not seeing anything major. I like that, Yamato got his vassals.
yeah,
Uh, man, what else? It's all of this. Honestly, all of this for me was worth it for two reasons. One, Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage is incredibly fun to say. I
yeah.
remember saying it the first few times, then getting really fucking sick of saying it so many times, and then just giving in. And it was great to read it every week.
Hmm.
But two, the reveal that Gecko Moria was a Kozuki, which was
Yeah.
hilarious because people pointed out years ago, like, hey, you could technically read Kozuki like this and it comes out Gecko. And it's like, wow, what a funny
Well,
coincidence. Turns
that's
out.
certainly not. Yeah. No, I loved
Um,
that bit. Yeah. Is that all you had for that, or I
I
don't want to
mean,
cut you off?
the implications, there's obviously more to it. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like, that was a huge enough takeaway for me because, why we went back to Wano, why we were born in the West Blue, all this other stuff. Like, I love what that, not retcons, but adds context to.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, up until then I was like, okay, why the hell are we here? But that one really sold me on it.
Yeah. Yeah. The massive lore implications of Moria's name being here. I personally, I like seeing page one and ulti, or no, it was just it was both of them. Page one and
Yeah.
ulti being saved by Yamato from Who's Who. I like that. I mean, it's just what did happen to the other, Toby Ropo that after the Animal Pirates fell, like what happened to all that? Like, and we don't need the full answer to that, but it's just like,
Mhm.
oh, Who's Who decided to stick around,
No,
and
especially like with
you
the,
know,
sorry to interrupt you, but piggybacking off you, especially with the
yeah,
last chapter, Wano was once again at peace. Could have been fun to hunt down the Toby
hmm
Ropo and be like, Black Maria, cut it out. Who's who? Knock it off.
yeah. But I mean, you think about it, like Drake's already gone.
Well,
Page one and ulti are with Yamato.
so that's
You
half
know,
of them plus Who's who. So it was Black
that's Who's
Maria
Who.
and
Sasaki
Sasaki. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we could have added them in, or even like if nothing else,
potentially.
just lump them in with Who's Who, and we started our own gang.
Yeah, I could have gotten down with that. I mean, I don't necessarily need that,
Yeah.
but like it is
No,
like
like
what did happen, you know?
I mean, Wano's at peace, so we can assume they're gone. But yeah, it would have been
Right.
nice to just see, like, you know what, we had to beat them up one last time, really learn them.
Hmm. Yeah, and this being the final volume doesn't necessarily mean that Wano's going to start playing an active role in the story again soon, but it does, I think, open the door for that to be a possibility,
I
but I
mean,
don't expect it anytime
Pluton's
soon.
there, and they're showing up in the final conflict. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. And I don't, yeah, I could see Kaido and Big Mom not coming back, but I can also just coming back. We'll see.
No, I'm sorry, they're coming back. We did not off-screen their deaths in a volcano. Like, especially after everything, Kaido literally doesn't care about magma. Big Mom is fucking impenetrable on the outside. They are perfectly fine. I don't know what role they're going to play, but they are not dead. They are coming back.
No, because I think once Blackbeard hears from Mudboy that Pluton's here, that he's going to make an appearance. I'm just saying it's probably going to lead to something like that. I think. I don't see room for Big Mom or Kaido there. That's all.
Blackbeard hears from Mudboy about Pluton. He's got Gecko Moria, the Kazuki. Let's just, bring
Yeah.
him. Shadow Fruit, take Big Mom and Kaido's shadows, throw them into
Hmm.
some fucking zombies we've had lying around.
Yo.
Potentially Rocks Pirates, even.
Yeah. Rocks Pirates 2.0. You have the son of Guangxi, and you have Big Mom and Kaido back, like with
So
Whitebeard's Yellow Fruit.
I
That's kind of
ref-
cool, actually.
like they're either dead and going to be reanimated with shadows,
Hmm.
or they're going to have their shadows stolen and thrown into something else. But they are absolutely coming back, and it's because of the shadow fruit.
Yeah, I really like that actually. I'm
That's
cool with either of those paths.
especially now that like I had so many theories about Gecko showing up in Wano.
Hmm.
But
God,
especially now
sorry.
that Blackbeard has him, and we know he's confirmed from Wano, and he's got
Hmm.
the power to bring these guys back to the forefront, it's absolutely going to happen.
Like it makes so much. I'm only just thinking about this now. Like it felt so weird when we had that intermission during Act One that of all people Moria showed up,
That
but
of
it,
all
it
people,
fits now.
Moria showed up. It
It fits
fits
now.
so well.
But anyway.
Especially since we know he wasn't just like happening to get Moria. Like he's been after
Hmm.
that devil fruit. He's got plans for it. And the
Yeah.
plans are just not going to involve an incapacitated Big Mom and Kaido.
Yeah. I don't buy
No.
that for a second.
No.
Yeah.
As opportunistic as he is, as within spitting distance as he's going to be,
Hmm.
God, honestly, what if, he takes the fruit? They're still alive, but attaching new shadows to him is the awakening, and now he
Hmm.
can just like mind control them, kind of like the reanimation jutsu.
Sure. Yeah. I could see
Like
something
they're
like
not necessarily willing participants, but they're not necessarily not willing, but it just
that.
makes
Yeah.
them antagonists again.
And man, there's a lot of cool
Uh
possibilities here.
there's a lot of cool possibilities here. The final conflict's gonna kick ass. But yeah, there's
All
no
right.
way the Rocks pirates sit out the final conflict.
Nah. Nah. Yeah.
Especially when like half of them have younger clones of themselves.
Yeah. Some quite literally in the form of Stussy, but yeah.
Stussy,
Um.
fucking Newgate, what's that? Weevil.
We. Yeah.
Big Mom has her kids. Kaido's around. Captain John, whatever his treasure, Wang Ji very potentially has some sons. Yeah, we're seeing them come back. Anywho, enough delay.
Anyway.
Let's get into the chapter.
Yeah. Speaking of Rocks Pirates. All right. So you'll recall Rayleigh swept in on his shining horse to save his lovely lady. What's her face, Shaki? So we're back at God Valley. Looks like we're in the center of town here. And we see an explosion. Rox and St. Garling are locked in combat to the northwest. Send backup. That's a matchup I'd like to see. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, yeah, no, I'm kind of surprised Garling is enough for rocks. I didn't think Garling's nothing, but I mean, he broke into the flower room. Like this guy's a different level.
But we also haven't really seen Garling.
Yeah, no, and
You know,
again, I fully suspect Garling is like top tier, but this guy
yeah.
stared down Emu and was like, "I'm coming back."
I'm just saying Garling's badass enough to be promoted to one of the Gorosei. So I
You're
mean,
right.
anything's
You're
possible.
again. I don't want to downplay him. I'm surprised that he's enough to at least hold
Hmm.
off rocks.
Yeah, that's fair.
Confirmed.
Um, but yeah, we're looking at the middle of the island. That's where Roger is. We see the Rocks pirates are coming up from the bottom, and the Navy's also coming up from the bottom on the left side. And the Roger pirates are coming in from the northwest, and then we see Rocks and Garling are fighting in like the northeast part of the island. Yeah, so we see Roger and his crew are running towards the village. Rocks is behind us. The Navy's ahead. Keep going, Rayleigh. Let me handle this one. Thanks, Roger. So yeah, we see Rayleigh running with Shaki in his arms. Rayleigh's gotten Shaki back. What? I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous, damn it. Take out Rayleigh and steal Shaki from him.
Damn.
Circle his ship around the southwest. You got it. But
So
yeah,
I'd just like to point out Roger staying back while Rocks is behind him. Like this is we're
uh,
getting the Roger Rocks right here.
yeah. Oh yeah. we're gonna see him definitely come to conflict. Yeah, we'll see it. We'll see. I'll keep
Yeah,
reading.
I mean, this is the battle royale unfolding.
The circle is this big on the map. You're taking 5 ticks of storm damage. Like this is it. Um, we see Shiki, kicking someone with the bottom of his foot against the back of someone's head. Don't even dream of it, fools. Get rough and you'll harm Shaki. Switch targets to the treasure. We're taking everything but Shaki. And you see, yeah, Whitebeard and what is that, Wang Ji,
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
Um, yeah, just everything's falling to shit. And you just see, yeah, Shaki's just smiling in Rayleigh's arms. It's cute.
She's just got a
Um,
very gentle, loving look on her face. Like, even in all this
mhm,
chaos, she's just glad that Rayleigh's here to save her.
yeah.
That's
Uh,
adorable.
Rayleigh's saying, Shaki, there's something I need to say to you. She's like, don't say it. I already know. Very sweet. Very cute. Um, Now we're cutting to the primary prize treasury. It's a wild melee out there. We can't ask for a better chance. So yeah, this is Kuma and Ivankov. And Kuma is holding his pawpaw fruit, and Ivankov's holding, I believe, the hormone fruit. Um,
Actually, if I'm
and
not
Kuma,
mistaken, that is Kaido's fruit,
oh,
and Big Mom's about to
actually,
beat him up and take it.
yeah, looking in closer, that does look like Kaido's fruit. I forgot about that. Kuma's like, this is it? It sure is. I don't know which is what, but let's eat them. And then, yep, Big Mom comes and grabs Ivankov's fruit. And she's like, ha, not so fast. And Kuma's like, Eva. And she's reaching towards Kuma, and she's like, I'll take that one too. Eat it, Kuma. Don't think. Eat the fruit. And he does it, swallows it, and Eva's like, and save yourself. We just need one survivor, and then we've won. So yeah, getting a little bit of a reminder here of what exactly went down with Kuma and Eva here. Uh, Cutting back to a different scene. Chaos is unfolding everywhere. The pirates are fighting each other. Should we retreat or arrest them? We need orders, sir. We see a big explosion from the Navy's perspective. Hey, Sengoku! Did you know this was going on? So this is Garp. He's on his phone talking to Sengoku. There was one man who reported some rumors, but he vanished from the Navy's ranks. And Garp's saying, if I ain't awake and dreaming, then it's all real. So he definitely does not look pleased about all this. Um,
Oh
from Rock's
shit!
perspective,
Oh my god!
big explosion. Are they immortal or something? And we see someone saying, let me down, Xebec. We just gotta run. Oh, wait, no, that's Stussy, isn't it?
Is that
Um,
Stussy? I thought that's his wife type lady.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. But we see Garling. Oh, shit. We see some demons with like pitchforks in the back. We see Garling on a horse. We see someone else next to him. I might be Gunko. I'm not sure. Um, but Zebek's like, we just gotta run. And all the people in the back are like, come back, Zebek. And Zebek's like, everyone who got chased down transformed like that. What the hell is that? Is it someone's powers? And yeah, I have to assume it's his wifey then, because then she's saying, "Dad, Granny, what happened to you?" And you just see him all demonized and all creepy looking. Um, oh shit, okay. We see Garling here. He's got some sort of wound on his forehead, and then we see some like creaking and cracking sound effects bubbling from his head. And he's like, "He's strong, no doubt. The wounds he's inflicted will take longer to regenerate." And the lady he's with is like, "But now we know that he's one of the Davy clan. The Great One will be delighted if we can take him out." Yes, the game is ruined, but this is a stroke of luck. And the lady Zebek's going, let me down, Zebek. Do you really think you can hold them off one-handed?
I do.
Listen, listeners, anyone with a Davy name who
Oh no, no,
Bath.
no! Wait, you froze up. Go back, go back.
We know about that. Okay. Listeners, anyone with a Davy name who gets caught will be put through agony that makes hell itself seem like a lukewarm bath. So I don't know if we knew the name of his wife, but Eris is a very fitting name. Uh, I know that. I'm part of the Davy clan now too. They welcomed me among them, even though I was a pirate.
What?
Okay, wait. Wait.
Oh fuck,
I'm a
she's holding
little.
Teach.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. Interesting.
What are
Okay,
you
okay,
confused
okay.
about? She was a pirate. She settled here. She's a Davy.
Right. No, it's she's calling them, dad and granny. Like it made me think she was from this island, but that's all. We can come back to
Adopted
that.
family.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
I know, I know.
Whitebeard has his sons. Odin was
Um,
his brother.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just I don't know. I'm wondering, was she a pirate on rocks? Like where's that former pirate thing coming from?
Well, we'll find out. Obviously, it's a teaser. Read on.
Right, that's what I was saying. I want to come back to it. Anyway, um, we see Eris is able to kick herself out of Xebec's hold, and she's like, "I understand the fate of the clan, so let me down." Hey, if I was the kind of helpless woman who could only cling to you and couldn't protect a single child, then you wouldn't have fallen in love with me, would you?
Oh,
That's adorable.
I
And we
fucking
just
love
see,
rocks.
and he just has like, you see young Teach is just like in her arms, and he's just like, just looking around. And Zebek is like, don't be an idiot. If it looks like they're going to catch me, I'll kill Teach and end my own life. Jesus, okay. So let's each find a way to survive, and we can meet again in Lulucia, Zebek. Hmm. Anyway, uh, we see Garling smiling. He's finally relinquished his wife and son. So, how shall I attack? And you see Eris and Teach running away in the distance, and you see Zebek just turn around and pulling his sword out. Why am I the one getting chewed up?
What does he
And
mean getting cheered up?
from Eris, I believe, right?
Oh, I don't know, apparently.
Um, he pulls out his sword and he like slams it down. And there's like this big shockwave thing, and he's like, "Stay here with me. I insist. Now come and do your worst, you monsters." And yeah, we see Eris running away, and she's like, "Zebek." She's just looking at the explosions, and Teach is like looking back, and you see like a little tear. He's definitely been traumatized by all this. Um, by the primary prize treasury. Ma. Well, this one should do just fine. It's the fish fruit. I'll give this one to Katakuri. It'll be a major new power up for my future pirate crew. That feels a little fucked up. I'm gonna be real. We'll come back to that. But then we see a silhouetted Kaido come out and just hit her from behind with his club, and he grabs he doesn't grab the fruit. He pulls a Itadori from JJK, just like eats it out of midair. And Big Mom's going flying, and she's like, huh. And Big Mom's just like, "Damn you, Kaido!"
I love the panel of Kaido actually eating the fruit, just
It's so
chewing and
funny,
smiling. I've
just
never seen a
spitefully grinning.
funny. Well, not. I guess we have seen a few funny panels of Kaido, but they are few and far between.
The thing with like the difference between modern day Kaido and like Kaido in this flashback is this Kaido in the flashback is a little shit, and I fucking live for it, dude. It's so funny.
He is. He is.
Uh, but yeah, we cut to
So
Dragon.
one sec
Oh,
before we move
mhm.
on, I just like to point out in Wano, at Roof Piece, right before the battle begins, Big Mom is like, Kaido, you wouldn't even have that fish fruit if it wasn't for me, and it kind of implied that she gave him the fruit. Nice to know
Yeah,
that she was actually going to give it to Katakuri, and he just backhands her and takes it.
yeah. I mean,
What a
it
little
makes sense
shit.
for the Rocks Pirates. Yeah,
It makes perfect sense, but this whole time I thought they had like a big sister, little brother kind of a thing going on, but no,
no,
no.
yeah.
Lot
It
less
definitely
sense.
gave off that implication for sure.
Yeah,
I
I think
agree
it's
with
just
that.
a funny turn of events. Anyway, go
Hmm.
on.
Anyway, we cut to Dragon carrying Shanks. Shanks is crying, and Dragon's like, "Don't worry, I won't let you die." We cut to Eris carrying Teach, and she's saying pretty much the same thing. "I won't let them kill you, Teach." Um, Behind the game stage, secondary prize treasury. Found the treasure, yeah. We see the Roger Pirates with Scopper there and some other crew. I've never seen riches on this scale before. Whoa, there's even some devil fruit. Haul it all off. We see, excuse me, Rock's Pirates show up. It looks like Wang Ji. He's clashing with Scopper. Not so fast, Roger Pirates. And then we see the Navy showing up. Don't let those pirates leave the island. And we cut to Garvey saying, "So what is justice on an island where everything's gone crazy?" It's the world government's navy. Please rescue us. Those are like civilians. Some of the rabbits and like cuffs and stuff. God Valley is unaffiliated with the government. Therefore, we cut to okay. We see Saturn sitting off to the side. He's remembering when he runs into Kuma, and when Kuma said, "I want to save as many of these people as I possibly can." And we hear like over the thought telepathy, Saturn, is Rox dead? And Saturn's just sitting there. I could not say. This is all so unexpected. If anything, there is a danger that such wanton destruction might bring about the birth of something entirely new. What a fucking panel. We see Kaido just like snaking into the sky as his dragon form for the first time. And everyone's like, what is that? A dragon? And I can only assume this is Emu, right? That's talking to Saturn.
Either Emu or
Um,
the other Gorosei.
yeah. And they're saying, that must not happen. We're cutting away. We see Kuma with a bunch of the other captured folks, the civilians of God Valley. Thank you. Thank you. Kuma, you're a hero. Save your breath. Just hurry. Anywhere that's not here would be heaven compared to this. We had lost all hope. We never thought we'd survive. Thank you. And you see Kuma just like poofing them away, and they're all like, thank you. They're all thanking him, and Kuma's smiling, and Jinny's just crying. Oh, I love that. Everyone's saying thank you, and then you just see a huge like burst of hockey coming from the island itself. And you see
Oh,
Roger.
Rox's Domied
You
Reversied,
see
absolutely.
you see Roger, you see Garp, you see Rox. They're all looking like, what the hell just happened? Oh, and you see Saturn in his bug form just like partly in panel. And
Oh, that's what that is. Duh.
and everyone's like, Rox's crew, Captain. No, wait, we've got bigger fish to fry. Yeah, oh, that's okay. Sorry. Yeah, Roger is being like, yeah, Rox is here. There's something even more worse here. That man. And we cut back to Rox, and everything's in flames around him. He's silhouetted out, and he's screaming at Garling. Of course, I'll fight to kill. And you just see Garling on the ground, just like bloodied, and just he looks like shit. He's saying, "Damn it, there's nothing in it for you. Sure, you want to help?" And we see. Sorry, I looked ahead. Anyway, Rox is talking to Whitebeard. He's like, "Sure, you want to help? Don't worry about it. I've been drinking on your tab this whole time." And you see Kaido popping in. Hey, you two, check this out. Whoa,
Hmm.
I finally got my own power to use. I want to test out my new strength. God, what a fucking panel. I can't get over this.
Holy shit.
God. You just see Whitebeard saying, that's all well and good. But can I ask what in the world that is? And you see Rox responding to Kaido, good for you. As far as I can tell, you're having the most fun of anyone right now. Holy shit. And oh god, okay, yeah, you see all the Navy soldiers looking at Saturn. Say, Saturn, why do you look like that? Ah, a monster. And you see Garb saying, now I know I'm dreaming. What is this island? And Roger's saying, what grand days of adventure we live in. I still have so much to learn. And Rox is saying, what is that you say? If I had to call it anything, that represents the world. Man, we just see Saturn's form, but Emu's top portion rising out of Saturn. To be continued. Holy
Okay,
shit, dude.
so I think everybody knew Emu's making an appearance, but holy
It makes
shit.
sense.
It's not Roger Garp Rocks. Whitebeard's there. Freaking Kaido's there. Like, oh, what a freaking
Holy
trio.
shit.
Garling, I'm glad I got this confirmed. Like, not a match for Rocks.
Yeah.
Again, not that I want to downplay Garling. I am sure he's a terrifying individual, and the fact that Rocks no diffs him is
Yeah.
just speaks volumes to how terrifying Rocks is. But like, he comes back with the scratch. He's like, "Oh man, that's gonna take a while to heal. This guy is strong." Next time they meet, just oh fuck, I messed up.
Now I'm
Oh,
trying to
this was a
see.
good chapter. This was
This
a
was a
really
very
good
good chapter.
chapter.
Yeah, so all right. So Rox was a little scraped up before he fought Garling. He's I don't know if he's more scraped up or not after, but he does look like he's a little bit more scraped
He
up.
got a
But
couple of scrapes, but
but
like no actual damage done.
right.
He's gone
Not
from
actually.
100% down to 90. Like he's still very functional.
Yeah. God, Rox is so fucking cool. Fuck man.
Okay,
Oh,
there's so much to start. Just jump in randomly. First thing, who the hell Domi reversing those guys? Was that Garling? Did Garling do
that's what I'm
that?
wondering.
Was Emu here already?
I
Can
can't
anyone Domi
imagine.
reverse you? So yeah, do with that information what you will.
Hmm.
Um, so what happens here is Rox absolutely gets Domi reversied, right?
I think what ends up happening,
So Rox
because
gets
like, okay,
one sec. Rox gets Domi reversied. Captain's dead. Rox pirates disband, flee the island. Roger pirates still here. Garp still here. That's what leads us to Garp v Rox. And now that all the big enemies have either fled or are handling themselves, Emu goes home.
I could even see it being a matter of it's all of them versus Emu. Like we don't get any,
Mm-hmm.
everyone versus Rox. He doesn't get Domi Reversi. It's just everyone versus Emu. Rox dies, and then uh, maybe Emu gets what they want. They're like, all right, that's good enough for Moo, and then they leave. And then since we can't tell the world about Emu or what Saint Saren's form is, they just lump the accomplishment onto Roger and Garp teaming up.
See, at this point, like, don't get me wrong, Emu is terrifying. Emu is worthy of being the penultimate villain of One Piece. But if anything, this chop. Would you knock it off, you little crackhead?
Proceeds to not knock it off.
Okay, but if this chapter has displayed anything, it's how terrifying Rox is. Like
Yeah.
we see he can wound Garling, and even Garling's like, damn, he is strong. Next time they
Hmm.
interact, Garling's just down, along with however many other people. It looks like everyone who got Domied Reversied was no diffed by Rox.
Right.
Uh, we learned, way back when this is Garling, or this is Garp and Roger v. Rox, and granted, how much of that's propaganda. But I think we are going to get a Rox fight here.
Hmm.
A Domied Reversied Rox would be probably the strongest thing I could think of, save maybe Emu. But at the
Hmm.
same time, while we've, not gotten a reason to think Roger was a fraud, all we've seen so far of him is he gets beat up a lot and his crew doesn't really respect him and he's kind of a goofball. But we know he goes on to be Pirate King level, so this is likely where that comes from. Hockey blooms in battle. So I think the only thing that can take Roger to Pirate King level is not a group fight against Emu, but a 2v1 against Super Rocks.
Mm. I mean, here,
Like,
I I think
don't
there's a
get.
strong argument to be made for that, for sure. I think every time we've heard Rox compared to Roger, they've been on an even playing field.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as like we've seen Roger be like a goofy whatever, I mean that's just Luffy. His crew like beats him up all the time.
Yeah,
Like
no,
that's
I'm not arguing that.
pretty
Like again,
like
we've seen superhuman feats. I don't think he's a fraud, but we haven't
mhm,
seen anything that's really world breaking on this. But then,
sure.
flash forward a few years, get to Kazuki Odin. Suddenly,
Hmm.
Whitebeard's like, "Whoa, don't mess with him. That's a whole other ball game." And we know how strong Odin is. And
Right.
Rock's just, bam, get the hell out of here. We need to
Hmm.
see him go through that transformation. Like, I'm sure at that point the crew was still ripping on him and whatnot. But we need that moment where he's not just a strong pirate on the sea, but he unlocks a different level of power. Like we've heard he's on the same playing field as Rock, same level,
Hmm.
but we
We
don't
just haven't seen
know
it.
that it happened. Like we don't know that they're currently on the same level. Is this the event
Uh,
that puts them on the same level?
no, I don't know. I feel like we have seen them be compared in this flashback too. Like we see him show up to full lead, and they're like, yeah, button heads like they're equals and stuff.
Mm.
Like you're lucky we didn't meet in the high seas, or we're meeting on neutral ground. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
And again, I don't want to downplay. I'm not being like, oh, Roger's nothing compared to Rocks. But
yeah
we know Roger is just not at Pirate King level yet, but at the time
yeah
of
for
Odin,
sure.
he is. And this
Hmm.
is the only major event between those two. Hockey blooms in battle, so we're going to see a hockey bloom here. And we know he has to be that strong later, so we're about to see him undergo a transformation. And I don't think a
Hmm.
5v1 is about to give that to him. I don't
I
like.
know.
Granted, Whitebeard, Kaido, Rocks, Garp, Roger, like powerhouses.
Right.
This like I hope we at least get some of the five of them v emu. I want to see that play out at least for a
No,
little
for real.
bit.
Yeah.
But then I want to see Whitebeard and Kaido shorthand turn tail and run. Rocks
Yeah.
gets powered up and turned against him, and now it's Garp here to end the reign of terror, and it's
Hmm.
Roger here to. I don't know what Roger's foot in this is besides fight the strongest guy you can.
Yeah. I don't know. Because what's left here for God Valley, the entire incident is we have, the fall of the Rocks Pirates, whatever that looks like. I mean, Xebec's dying here. I don't think
I mean,
there's any getting around that.
so
Um,
don't forget, this is
and then,
also where Garp becomes hero of the Marines. And
right.
I don't think he gets to be hero of the Marines for fighting Emu, and then Rox coincidentally died during it.
Yeah, there is that. I think, again, that could just be them lumping the praise on him for the fall of the Rocks Pirates, regardless of whether or not he did that, and he has to begrudgingly take that. I think that fits pretty well with
Sorry, I
Garp's
need to
relationship to the Navy.
continue to push back. Garp is talking to Sengoku, like, am I seeing this? Is this a dream? He's like, well, there was
Yeah.
one Marine who reported it, but he disappeared. Like, there's no way Garp fights Emu to retreat and then isn't just erased. He also died at God Valley. There's especially knowing he's a D, especially knowing all this stuff. I don't see a world where he fights Emu, and they're just like,
Hmm.
yeah, he's actually our number one guy. We all love him very much.
Well, again, I don't think it's a matter of that. I don't think it's the girls saying it. I think maybe there is some sort of optics where, like, some other Navy soldiers see him, not necessarily fighting Emu, but you do see some people, some of the soldiers being like, Saint Saturn, why do you look like that? I don't know. I think there's room here for Garp to be doing something, and then maybe they don't know he's a D. I don't know. You're right. That is a tricky
No,
workaround, and I'd have to do a lot of mental gymnastics with that.
especially if
But
all they have to do is take out a couple of low level Marines to cover it up. I can't imagine
yeah,
they're just like, 30 of them found out. Heck. Or one guy knows. Oh man, what do we do?
now we just gotta pretend to put him on a pedestal and call him the hero of the Navy. Yeah, I don't
No.
know.
I'm willing to bet Emu fights these five guys here and is like, you know what? Yeah, you're all
I want
strong. I
yeah.
can't take five of you at once. Kill each other. And then just leaves and leaves them to deal with the fallout.
Yeah, I think that makes the most. I think
Yeah,
that makes the most
yeah,
sense.
just Domi Reversi rocks. Rocks Pirates disband take off. Roger and Garp finish the fight. Roger goes on to be Pirate King, Garp's hero of the Navy. That's why we don't get a
Hmm.
title for Whitebeard from here. That's why Kaido, is nothing but a participant. Everybody
Right.
else leaves. It's coming down to the three of them.
Yeah, but I do think it does start as like, yeah, 5v1, one being no, yeah, 5v1 versus, emo and stuff. I think that
And
makes
I
there's yeah.
what I really love there is, typically you save the final villain of the series because you don't want to say like, oh, if Rox and Roger teamed up, they could take on Emu. But this is like every big name powerhouse. Like I think the
Hmm.
only one missing is Big Mom.
Yeah,
Uh, but like who else? I guess you could throw Shiki in this lineup too.
probably.
But really, like, these are the five guys. When you think of the strongest characters in One Piece, the only guy missing is Odin.
Yeah, essentially. You can make an argument for maybe Rayleigh, but like I don't know if he fits in with this crew at this point in time at
Yeah,
least. Um,
but like, basically, nobody here is questionable that they are the five strongest.
Right. Like this is from what we know this time in the One Piece world, these are like the peak of like this is
Hmm.
what it means to be the strongest.
Yeah. So like I love that we can take the five strongest, put them up against Emu. Granted, none of this is confirmed yet, and Emu's just like, whoa,
Right.
whoa, this is a lot. I'm gonna let you guys sort this one out. But like, it doesn't weaken Emu at all because fucking even Luffy is not Roger, Rocks, Whitebeard, Garp, and Kaido all in one. Like Luffy could not
Hmm.
take on those five guys in their primes. So it doesn't
Yeah.
diminish Emu's power at all. It's just that there are limits, which factually there have to be for Luffy to win anyway. So I am not upset if Emu just kind of has to retreat and leaves them to kill themselves.
Yeah, but I mean, even just imagine like he's able to put or Emu's able to put up a fight like that, and even then it's
Mhm.
like, yeah, like I could win this, but it's not worth my effort. I can just
Yeah,
have you do my work for me,
I could
you
also see
know?
that happening. Absolutely, not even where it's like I got to retreat, where it's just like, you know what, this is more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah. Yeah, Saturn was right. This is a lot more complicated. I don't want to deal with this. You can
I
deal with it.
also I love the line. Where was it? That the this situation might just create an entirely different future. And it's like, yeah, we can't
Hmm.
allow that to happen. It's time to step in and shut this shit down.
No, and I love that we have that panel with the framing of Kaido like flying into the sky
Mm.
for the first time with his fruit. Like, God, that's such a good panel.
Honestly, that panel's amazing. The three big guys getting that look on their faces when the hockey drops is amazing.
Oh,
Silhouetted
dude.
Rocks is amazing. The panel
There's a
of
couple of
Rocks, Kaido,
silhouettes.
and Whitebeard. Like,
Yeah.
this chapter is like amazing panel after amazing panel. You get Kaido kicking Big Mom's ass, and then that
Yeah.
stupid panel of him eating the fruit with that shit eating grin.
Stupid grin. God.
Um, I'm so curious what happens to Teach here. Obviously, he survives. Obviously, he grows up to
Hmm.
be evil. But here, he just looks like a traumatized child. Like, what
Yeah.
the hell? This is quick reminder. This is the Elbath flashback. We still have to get back to Loki at some point.
Get back to Harold, get back to
Oh
Loki.
my
Yeah.
God, Harold's gonna show up.
God, what if Harold
I
did show up?
forgot.
Oh my
No, we
God.
know he's showing up.
No, he
We
does show
know
up. You're right.
they
You're right.
haven't met again until that day, and Rox dies here, so Harold's showing up.
Oh my God.
Where does he even slot into this?
I have no idea, truly.
Genuinely, he's the only other guy that can stand on like completely equal footing with Rox, maybe Roger Garp.
Hmm.
But like, holy shit, we're talking about the five strongest are here. Harold's on his way.
Harold's coming.
Oh my god. Good chapter. So good.
Uh,
But like all of this and a cover story that, the conclusion didn't necessarily add anything, but the
mhm.
implications it has about Gecko Moria and the Shadow Fruit and Wano and Pluton, like so much of this. Um, you know what frustrates me?
Hmm.
Water 7 Eni's lobby will always be the
Yeah.
best part of One Piece. And
Mhm.
and what it really boils down to is it's a Luffy plot, a Robin plot, an Usopp plot, a
It's a
Frankie
Straw
plot.
Hat plot.
It's a Straw Hat plot. It's also like to date the hardest villains we fought for everyone, not just one
Mhm.
really tough guy with some subordinates.
But everyone.
Everybody pushes themselves to the limit. Everybody goes to the new level. That's where we get
Hmm.
Vice Captain Zoro. That's where we get Captain Luffy realizing what it is to be a pirate. Like back to back, like push us to our limits and push ourselves further.
Hmm.
Emotional beat after emotional beat, and we'll never have another Straw Hat arc because now
No.
there's twice as many Straw Hats, and there's so much going on in the world. We need other characters to get perspective on that.
Hmm.
So it'll never be dethroned as literally the best part of One Piece. But holy hell, Elbaf is giving it a run for its money.
Well, like here's the thing. Like we're in the final saga. Just to remind everyone. Like
Yep,
Water Seven Endy's Lobby. That is like it's like comparing like I'm
it's
gonna use
literally like the
Marvel as
third
a.
saga. Yeah.
It's like comparing like Captain America, the Winter Soldier with Avengers Endgame. Like both are really good on their own on their own merits, but like this is like Endgame. Like this is just the
Mm-hmm.
payout to a shit ton
Yeah.
of setup.
Like there's
So
so
it's kind of a
much
cheat code
good
almost.
back then. Like objectively it might be the best, but yeah, we've been
Hmm.
building up and building up and building up. And this is just payoff, 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 payoff. And it's all great. It's
Yeah.
all great. None of this has anything to do with any Straw Hat except vaguely Luffy because it's setting up his villain. You
Right.
know,
And Dragon's
like
there.
and dragons are like we might see some stuff from Rayleigh where it's like, oh, that's cool Zoro moment kind of. You know, we
Hmm.
might see Scopper stuff and it's like, hey, that's got this implication for Sanji. But
Yeah.
really, this has nothing to do with any Straw Hat. Like Roger's here, Dragon's here. Rocks is like maybe Luffy's grandfather. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot going on that's Luffy centric.
Hmm.
Uh, but there's nothing here for Brook. There's nothing here for Frankie. There's nothing here for Chopper. Like, it's amazing, but we've lost touch with the Straw Hats.
Yep. Yeah. And I think that's just kind of where the story's at
Yeah,
least for this point in
I
time.
don't want
We're
to even say
definitely,
that's a fault necessarily. Like they've all gotten their due time, and I'm sure they'll get satisfying conclusions to their stories.
yeah.
But we are paying off a lot of world building, not just character development.
Yeah, and I do think we still have there's a lot of potential for Elbaf once we're past this flashback
Mm.
for all the Straw Hats to have their moment.
Oh yeah,
Not necessarily
absolutely.
all, but for sure Brooke, for sure Usopp. I think Frankie could have a moment as
I was gonna
well.
say like Frankie's teed himself up nicely.
Yeah, and Robin's had a kind of moment. She
Mm.
probably deserves another one. So I mean, I think this is for sure where we see, past this flashback where the Straw Hats are finally like, hey, yeah, we are an Emperor's crew. Like, if you didn't get that from Egghead, you're getting it here. So,
Hmm. Yeah, no, I don't want
um,
to downplay them at all. Again, like I'm fully satisfied, and I get that
mhm.
every arc we can't have a Nami and Usopp, a Frankie Chopper. Like if we
Yeah,
did, it'd be 10 extra plot lines, and if Wano taught us anything, more plot lines does not make better.
right. Like, just look at Jinbei's fight against who
Oh
was
my,
it? Who's who
yeah,
in Wano? Like, that wasn't anything. Like,
it was a lot of exposition, but it wasn't
yeah.
anything. Frankie versus Sasaki, again,
Also,
like it was
I forgot that happened.
entertaining to some extent, but that was the
Yeah.
extent of it.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm disappointed we'll never be like give me one more. Give me one more Straw Hat centric arc where every Straw Hat gets their power up before the final fight. Every Straw Hat pushes themselves to the limit and declares no, Luffy will be the king and we're not leaving anyone behind. You
Yeah.
know,
I
give
think
me
we get
one
that.
more Straw Hat arc and my god, you might actually dethrone Water 7.
I don't know if we ever get like a One Piece or sorry, a One Piece centric arc. No, a Straw Hat centric arc like Water Seven or Annie's Lobby again. I think we do have like a point, like in the final war, whatever that looks like, where it's all the Straw Hats doing their own thing, or maybe it's all the Straw Hats versus like Emo or Blackbeard or something. Like we get one more moment for each of the Straw Hats to like
Oh,
really show their
absolutely.
stuff.
Absolutely. But what I want is another Water 7. Just an arc
Yeah.
where we're not, like I loved Wano, but no Momonosuke's, no Ashura Doji,
Hmm.
no Sentamaru, granted different arc there, but like
Yeah.
just here are the Straw Hats, maybe even the elusive 10th Straw Hat who's going to join the crew. We you get them in an introduction and they don't join the crew till the end of the arc. But just
Right.
one more, this is us, we are a family, and we're going to fight for it.
Hmm. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. Because we have.
Honestly, we got to
Yeah.
get Gear 6, so that might just be where we get Gear 6. And then, boom, we have Gear 6 in the final fight. Give it some other superficial power up. Like, we get Gear 6 beforehand, but we learn super advanced Conqueror's Hockey in the final fight.
Yeah. I mean, we got to get some sort of power up to
We
deal with the
definitely,
final.
every Straw Hat needs a power up before the final fight. Damn, could you imagine actually just like, let's pretend we get another Water 7 Ennie's lobby.
Hmm.
The one character I haven't mentioned, Chopper. Like, yeah, he didn't have a lot to do, but he busted out Monster Chopper, and how hype was that the first time it happened?
Man, that was the dude. All of Ennie's lobby is just
All of Ennie's lobby,
top
except
tier.
Khalifa. I fucking hated Khalifa and her fight with Sanji and Nami. Just waste of panels.
I think it's fun. I don't hate it. I
I
like it.
literally, granted, I didn't reread it. I've been rewatching it, and it's just that's the one part of the arc where it's just such a slug. Like you beat Sanji, sure, I get it. I'm not gonna argue that because he won't kick a woman, yada yada.
Mhm.
The whole fight with Nami, no, 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 you're dead. Like Chopper goes monster, okay? That's how he beats his guy. Usopp doesn't even fight a guy because he can't. Nami's just a regular human, and if Khalifa did anything besides stand around and let her attack, that fight is over in an instant.
Yeah,
Can't
I don't
convince me
know.
of it. Anywho, I'm not here to rip on Annie's lobby. I love it. That's just the weak part, I think.
Sure.
Um, I don't even know how we got talking about that, but yeah, no, this is fantastic. I just want one more Straw Hat centric arc before the end.
Yeah, I feel that. I don't disagree. Um, I don't know if there's room for that, but that's where we're at.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, find me the island. Tell me when that's gonna happen.
Uh,
The
trying
only
to.
place I can think is maybe Laugh Tale, because
Mm,
there's no established civilization there as far as we know. So maybe we're followed there by a bad guy and it's just a showdown Straw Hats v them. But that's all I can give.
yeah.
Where else are we gonna go?
So, all right. I
Fantastic
wanna
chapter. Go ahead.
I want to touch on like a couple of small things with this chapter. Maybe one's bigger, has larger implications, but um, we see Big Mom grab Kaido, what will be Kaido's fruit, and she's saying she's gonna give it to Katakuri. Um, then we gets the fish fruit, and it turns him into a dragon. I feel like that's like a little bit of her being like, "Oh, he's got those weird teeth and that weird mouth. This fruit will fit him. I'm gonna give it to him." That's kind of what it
Hmm.
reads to me. I
I
don't, and
see.
I don't like that. I don't like. I mean, I don't like Big Mom as a person. Like, she's a terrible person. But like, I could totally see her being like that, taking that angle. I don't know if that's what necessarily what Oda's going for. Maybe she's just like, this seems like a strong fruit. I'm gonna give it to one of my stronger sons. Like, I don't know, but
Yeah, now the way I read that, I was kind of curious what you were thinking there. But I
yeah,
just read that as like, oh, it's the fish. She knows that this one's gonna turn you into the Absorb Dragon. I'm
right.
thinking she just like, hey, hella powerful. Let's give this to my most powerful son.
And it could be that. I won't deny that. But as someone who's like almost feels like overprotective of Katakuri, he's like, hey, stop bullying him,
Mm-hmm.
leave him alone. It's like maybe that's just why I jumped to that. I don't
I
know.
mean,
I love Katakuri.
we've seen her bully her other kids.
Yeah, we saw
But
her kill Gelato, or no, it was Moscato.
no, he came back with a band aid. He's okay.
Oh, that's right. His soul only got taken from.
Like,
Anyway,
but a band aid will fix it.
don't get me started.
Oda's excuse of the good guys always escape at the last second, like we saw his soul get ripped out of his body.
His eyes were whited out. He collapsed. Like, I
You
don't know what you
can't put
mean.
a band-aid on, like, the rest of it. Sure, I'll allow bullshit. Fine, the good
Yeah,
guys always escape. This was a
whatever.
bad guy whose soul got ripped out and he fixed it with a
Hmm.
band-aid.
It's ridiculous. Anyway,
But so I don't know. Like, yes, we've seen her bully her kids. We saw other people bully Katakuri. We never saw her bully Katakuri. So I
no, we
don't
haven't.
know.
That's true.
It's like you might be right. I might be not reading into it enough, but I'm just reading into that as, hey, powerful fruit for my powerful kid.
Yeah, and again, could be that. Could be that. I just know
Okay.
she's not above bullying her kids.
I love
Um,
the dichotomy of panels where Dragon running with Shanks and Eris running with
yeah,
Teach. Just like,
I did notice that.
we've been told so many times, child of destiny, and we're
Hmm.
born at God Valley.
Yeah, literally, these two were probably born days apart. I mean, I'd have to look at their birthdays. Maybe that's not the case,
Well,
but like at the
Shanks
very
is
least, months
just
apart.
born.
Yeah.
Teach is a couple of years.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think I recall now. Blackbeard
So
is older than Shanks.
it's
That does
very
sound
similar
correct.
in age.
Yeah. But I wonder. I have like one other point. I said I had 2 points. So I'm gonna tack on a third one right here.
Go ahead.
Um, because like we know that Blackbeard like never really slept as a kid, right?
Uh-huh.
Do we think it's because of the trauma he experienced here?
I don't know.
So
I
I don't.
mean,
He didn't
so
have a devil fruit when we met him at Jaya, right?
if that's true,
I don't think it's because of a devil fruit.
I really like the line, where is it? Um where is it? Yeah, if I ain't awake and dreaming, it's all real. What if the entire thing is he doesn't sleep because, like, he's maybe in denial that this is all just a dream, and a
Hmm.
man's dream never dies because he's always awake.
Maybe. Yeah.
And I like the context it would give that he doesn't sleep because of this, dream a la nightmare.
Hmm.
But also, I'd like to put to rest the theory that he had a devil fruit back now, which gave him the ability to have multiple devil fruits.
Hmm.
Um, let's just get to the final fight. It's Luffy v Blackbeard. Instead of getting a third devil fruit, aha! I've actually had the power the whole time. I'm not
Hmm.
any stronger than I currently was. You just didn't know that I had this. Like,
Yeah.
no, we need to see a
That
power
feels.
up, not I've been
Yeah.
strong the whole time. Why build him up then? He's not more terrifying. It's just like, oh, you're the same level of terrifying. It turns out.
Hmm. It feels a
Yeah,
little cheap that way too.
yeah. No, he's got to get a new power up. It can't be the whole time he was even stronger. No, that's no. Now we'll quit.
Oh, yeah. I don't. I won't cut you off. Go ahead.
No, it's just as what is his third fruit gonna be?
I'm just thinking like he's a part of the Davy clan. Maybe that has something to do with the devil fruits. Why you can have two, maybe three.
I think Davy Clan, like, we got Davy D Xebec, yeah. We got
Hmm.
Marshall D Teach. But what if, is D Davy? You know,
I don't know. I don't. I don't
there's a
know if it is.
lot. It could be so many things, which I
Yeah.
love, because I loved back a few years ago in Zoe when everyone's like, "Oh, D is Dawn." I was like, "Damn it, D had
Yeah.
better not be Dawn because that one's too,
That's pretty on the
yeah,
nose. That's pretty
it's on
corny.
the nose. That's corny. Like, it could be Devil, could be Demon. I like that it
Dreamers.
could be
Yeah.
Davy Dreams.
Yeah.
I like the idea that it's just the half moon.
True. Yeah. I mean,
As long as it's
yeah.
not dawn. But I love that we were so sure, and now they've introduced like six more things it could be. It's like, okay, good, good, good.
That's what I love about it. Is like there's like 50 words that start with the letter D that all fit the themes of One Piece
Hmm.
so well that it could be.
Um, that all being said, I saw an interesting thing about his dark fruit, the Yami Yami no Mi.
Hmm.
Uh, People have taken issue the whole time that it's, maybe it's a mythical Zoan because Logias make you intangible and this doesn't. So is it a special Logia or is it a whole other
Yeah.
thing? This is really interesting. So Crocodile, when you get him wet, he becomes tangible. He can still control devil, like he can still do sand
Yeah.
stuff. He you can now punch him.
You can just punch them. Yeah.
Who was another guy with like an L, he could
And Alan
become
Lucky.
lightning,
Yeah.
but when you hit him with rubber, he was just tangible.
Yep.
Uh, Teach, you hit him and he's tangible because he's made of darkness and constantly surrounded by light. It's just, he can still do his devil
Yeah.
fruit powers, but he's just constantly touching light. If we go
But there's
into
yeah.
a
Hmm.
pitch black environment where he can't be touched and he is everywhere around you, that's pretty cool.
That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, because it's always with Loki is it's always like external factors like rubber is a doesn't
Yeah.
conduct electricity. Like sand when it's wet just like kind of solidifies a little bit. Like
Mm-hmm.
it makes sense. Like
Yeah, no, the
that's
reason
some
you
sort of
can
external factor is
the reason you
that's why
can touch
Blackbeard can
him
get.
is he's being constantly exposed to his weakness.
Hmm.
So whenever we get the fight, I guarantee we see a moment in the fight where he like pitch black envelops
Yeah.
you in darkness and now can move freely throughout the darkness. You can't see him; he is everywhere.
Hmm.
There's no like, how do you possibly beat that? That's a fun power.
That'd be really cool. Yeah. Pair that with the Quake Quake fruit, that'd be dope.
Pair it with that and the ability to turn off people's devil fruits. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you're in the dark, you are powerless, and you're being hit hard from every direction. There is nowhere that is
Yeah.
safe.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
You got anything else in the chapter though? Like obviously there's a lot going on here, but I don't know any specific threads I want to pull on.
One last thing I wanna touch on. I'm trying to find the panel where we actually get it. But did we know the name of Xebec's wife before this chapter?
I don't believe so. We may have gotten it once. Eris sounds familiar, but I don't
Well,
know for certain.
now Eris is top of mind. The name Eris is top of mind only because I'm playing Hades 2, but it's the name of the goddess or personification of strife and discord.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I feel like that's a very fitting for the Rocks Pirate Crew because there's a lot of that in there. But I also wonder if there's any sort of implications that we can pull apart from that. Being the wife of Xebec, like, hey, this is the name of the goddess of strife and discord and chaos. Like,
I
does
think
that
if
mean
anything,
anything?
it's more of a fun nod to the idea. I don't think it's indicator of anything specific.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're right. It's not a coincidence that her name is Eris. There is absolutely
Definitely
meaning
not.
there. But I
Yeah.
don't think we're supposed to wait for like a specific moment where it turns out she was creating strife or discord or it follows her around or whatever. I
Mm.
think we're just is going to see a lot of discord around these events that she just happens to be named after the goddess during these events.
Mm. Yeah,
I
and
could be wrong.
it's
Maybe
probably just
maybe
that.
there's more to it, but I think it's just a fun naming scheme and not necessarily foreshadowing.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it is foreshadowing of anything. I think if anything, it is like you're saying, just a fun little nod, like naming Vivi's family the Nefertari family after the famous Egyptian pharaoh family and stuff. Like
Yeah,
I could totally see it being just that.
like it's not
Uh,
necessarily critically important, but it gives you a baseline of okay, this is who this character is. This is the kind of vibes we're going for.
right, and it's more of a persona. This is more like a hey, like yeah, Rock's crew has no semblance of teamwork, no semblance of balance or whatever. Neither does Blackbeard's crew. Like it's just yeah, that's just who they are. It's just the kind of people they tend
Mm-hmm.
to have
Mm-hmm.
around them at all times. So I think if anything, it's just a fun little nod. Felt like pointing that out. But I think that's all I've got
I mean,
for
again,
this.
there's so much more going on here. But yeah, like
Mm,
no specific threads I really want to pull on and go down the rabbit hole. Just a lot of
cool.
good moments, a lot of greatness.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, on a break week next week.
What can you do? Yeah. I mean, we knew that going in. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, we knew that going
It's still
in.
rough.
Final Opum for me, at least final routine Opum. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't know. Was this a good chapter to end it on? It was a good chapter, unquestionably, but I want to keep going.
I mean, that's just good storytelling. It's like you want the next part right away. If
Guys,
anything,
good.
if anything, you got the final volume of Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage.
You know
I
what?
think that means
That is
everything.
good. That is actually, now that you say that, that is a good place to end it. Patrick, I'm taking a step back. Why don't you hit us with an outro?
What? Here, do
Yeah,
you have like a straw hat you can put on me?
no, I got a pride flag. I got the Pink Floyd
Okay.
banner. Oh, I got a One Piece flag right there. You want that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Too bad. Hit us with an outro, baby.
Maybe. All right. So yes, obviously we'll be taking a little bit of a break next week. But what? I almost said we.
Yeah,
I'll be back. You may. There's potential for you to be back. I won't count on it.
I'll make
Um,
appearances when
yeah,
possible.
he'll be back at some point. I'm sure. I'll be back in 2 weeks' time for sure. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more One Piece content coming your way because obviously the story's just heating up. So stay tuned. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We love you. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.